Hi, I'm Alyssa, and I'm here to just hang out and talk and answer some questions. So thank you for being here. Hello, Judy Kramer. Thank you for being here. Girl, Dad just joined. Hey, from Australia. All right, thank you. Jessica, thank you. So good. I've got some slides up behind me that will kind of give some answers so that blue eyes. Hey, thank you for being here. And oh, that's good. Hey, Jolene, thank you so much for saying that. Hey, from Pittsburgh, go Pittsburgh. Look forward to your life so much, you guys. Oh, thank you. Beam me up 7204. That's so nice. New York in the house. Hey, sir. Hey, back to you. Hey, right back to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, thank you for those roses, Peter. Thank you. Oh, I love you. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you for being here. So, listen, tonight, typically my wife would be here with me and we would just hang out and she would read the questions and I'd answer it. A lot of times I transition from Kevin to Alyssa right on camera, and while we do that, we talk to people. And hi, Ashley. And tonight she's not feeling very well, so she is here with us. She's just going to kind of be off screen, and she's going to be reading me some fresh questions because my sight is so bad. What's going on? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Liv. Appreciate that so much. So she's going to be here, and I just want to hang out and just talk, and let's just talk some fun stuff today. Man, the YouTube is still not going. I thought that this would be the first time that I actually had YouTube going right. And it's possible that that's not the case. But hey, look, I did my best. And we're here together, and that's enough right now. That's got to be enough, right? Okay. So, amazing last couple of days. Let me just tell you what's happened the last couple of days. So, since we talked on Monday, I have a big family. I'm one of 8 children. I don't even know how many children, how many siblings my mother has. Probably another 7, 8, 9. I don't really know. But we have a very, very big family. And what's happened this last week is that I've got so thank you. I have got so much love from my family. My family, we come from very, very conservative. The family heritage is Mormon or LDS, and the reality is most of my extended family had no idea about me. And I've had so many cousins reach out to me over the last couple of days and even today. And that has been, I can't even tell you how amazing that has been to know that my people are reaching out and saying, I got you. And that has just been so incredibly special for me to know that I've got just that many more people that I can have a really honest and authentic relationship with. And I come on here to help out. I come on here to answer questions and make people aware. And it's just so nice. Oh, thank you for that swan. Oh my goodness, who was that? Thank you for that. That's Sid and something's in a swan. Thank you for that. And it's so impactful when the people that you touch are your own people. And it's even more sweet and even more rewarding knowing that my people have my back, even though they don't understand, and they may not agree. But I'll tell you what, I've got nothing but love from them. And I've also got nothing but love from the community around here, which is also very, very heavy LDS. And they have been so, so supportive and so kind. And our friends are reaching out and they're just showing so much love. And so I'm overwhelmed right now that everybody feels as much love as I do. Andrea, people say they hope that you feel better.
Thank you.
Oh, you're reading. I guess you saw it before me. I can only read everything. I'm being respectful. I just have honest question and not being funny. Sure. What is that question? I would love to answer the respectful questions. Moderators, thank you for being here, guys. We have a lot of people tuned in here, but we also have a lot of people young trans people that are on here, and they're looking at your comments to see how prepared they are to go out there and face this world. So please be respectful in the comments. We don't want to kick anybody out, even if you disagree with me. I don't want to kick you out. I'd rather you just stay and ask me the questions that you're suspicious with, so that we can have just really good dialogue and help edify each other. So, even if you disagree with me, stay, and let's learn together, and let's have intelligent and open conversation with one another. Guys, thank you, Miss. Thank you. Oh, I love this. You guys are so special. But anyway, all you cousins. Oh, somebody just started tea today. Somebody just started tea today, guys. That's a big deal. Let me tell you something. I remember the first time that I got on estrogen, and I was so. Jennifer Mama of Two is here, and let me tell you something. I'm going to pitch these again because we can't use these enough. So I'm going to come right back to this. But as far as the hormones go, I can't tell you how exciting that was and how instantly I felt it and responded to it. So that is going to be life changing for you. It's amazing that moment that you literally feel up here like your body's felt the whole time. And it's going to be beautiful for you. I'm so excited for you. And now there's no excuses not to just go be your best self and live your best life. So congratulations.
Such a beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you guys, and thank you for being here. I wish Andrea was feeling better, but she's really tired. I've got a grandchild that's not feeling well, and so that's unfortunate. But hey, that's family. I got one daughter at work. I got another daughter at home taking care of a sick kid. My son's probably out, with beautiful girls somewhere. Just regular family doing regular family things, and that's why we're here, just to show you that regular family things are possible. Living a transgender life. Hey, sweetie.
What are the biggest changes you've had while taking it HRT?
The biggest changes I've had taking HRT, just the mood. Before, when I wasn't on, I was so irritable. I was so angry all the time. There was a total conflict that I just woke up with every single day. And within 72 hours of having estradiol in my system and blocking the T, boy, did I come down. I mean, I got so level and so stable and so happy and so grateful. It literally changed my demeanor. Not because I'm a better person, just simply because I feel better, and we make different decisions when we're happy. We just do. All of us do. I, no, I just think I need to move that. I think I need to move the screen. I feel like I moved it the wrong way.
How old are your kids?
How about this? Does that look worse? Or does that look better? I don't even know. Um, my kids, 22. My oldest daughter is 22 years old, and my youngest is mid-teens. We have three kids, and I also have a son as well. Guys, thank you, babe. If you could call out their names too, just because I can't see them and I really want to recognize them.
Of two minds.
Of two minds.
My ex isn't respecting my child's true self. How can I help my child through this?
Well, that's a really good question, and thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Maybe I can move my phone to adjust to that thing. Um, Listen, there's not a right answer. There's only a right attitude. And isn't what we want for our children more than anything else for them to be happy and to be healthy and to feel capable? Well, they're not going to feel capable if they're being told that they're wrong, that they're dumb, that they're, whatever is going on there. They're not going to feel capable. They're not going to feel empowered if they're being told that you're not going to support what they really really need. So, the right attitude is, hey, what is going to make you happy? Now think about this. Everybody who's not experiencing somebody in their life that's transgender. Well, let's say I'm telling you right now, there is a trans experience coming to your family. There is. It may not be this year, but there is a transgender experience coming to your family, and I just want to give you enough information that when that moment comes, you can respond in the right way. I would just have a heart to heart with your spouse and just say, listen, this is our child. What do we want for them? Is what we want for our children to be who we want them to be? Or is our job as a parent to nurture them and grow them so they can be who they need to be? That's the question every parent asks, because every child is different and every child has different needs. Which child do we love the most? Well, whichever one is struggling the most, that's the one that gets our attention, and that's the one that we focus on, because every child is different. They have different um, things at different times. But I'm so proud of you for being on here and figuring this out and being there for your child. Your husband will come around. He just needs a good example, and it's you. Thank you, Cole, for that rose. My daughter just started dating a trans boy. Wow, male to female. I would be very interested how you feel about that. And guys, this is such a good example. This is how you're going to have a trans experience at your house. Even if your child doesn't come back and say they're trans, what if 17-year-old comes home one day and says, hey, listen, you know Becky, she's amazing, I love her, you love her, she's incredible, she makes me everything that I want to be. Hey, I just found out that she's a girl with a penis. Whatever comes out of your mouth next is going to be, it's going to impact your child forever. You're going to go down a gay road, you're going to go down this road. What you say is going to leave that child questioning themselves or empowering themselves moving forward. So if you understood the situation before that moment comes, it's going to be a lot healthier for everybody. I know that.
Do you regret not coming out sooner?
Do I regret not coming out sooner?
Sending love from London.
Sending love for London. Thank you for being here. You know what? I really don't regret coming out sooner. Now, when I get these messages from my cousins saying I support you and I love you, and it doesn't matter what you wear, we got you. That makes me wish I came out sooner. Yes, because I could have had a different relationship with so many people. Were they ready earlier? I don't know. Maybe not. Was I ready earlier? Maybe not. I don't know. Was the world ready? Probably not. We can't even go to the bathroom some places safely. So I want to say yes. I wish I had different relationships earlier, but I just don't know that anybody was prepared for that. Muslim? No, I would not be. I'm not Muslim. Nothing against Muslims. That's just not me. Guys, and please, welcome. Come and disagree and ask your questions and ask the hard questions. That's okay. But be respectful because we don't want to kick you off the island, but we have to protect everybody that's in the pool, and I can't allow sewage just dripping in our pool.
Not hating, just curious. This is from that girl, RY.
Okay, girl RY.
Not hating, just curious.
Okay,
Will you ever
love from
train
London.
your voice?
Yay. That is a good question. It's a fair question. I've only been living like this for about 3 months, and it's only part time at that because I've still got responsibilities and things that I can't dress at. So I did for a minute start getting a really high voice or working on that, but the reality is that it went so high that it just seemed kind of phony and fake. It sounded almost like a cartoon, and so not only was it distracting to listen to, it was really hard to keep up, and so I would be my pitch and my cadence was all over the board, and that's very distracting too. So I think I'm just graduating. This is not my voice now. My voice is quite a bit lower than this. I'm just speaking from my upper diaphragm. If I was in front of a room doing training and commanding a room of 100 people, I would be speaking from my lower diaphragm. But right now, because that's where the power comes from, the lower diaphragm. But the upper diaphragm is it's still lower, but I can stay strong enough up here to maintain it for these 2 hours that we'll be talking tonight.
Thank you, Asher
So,
Dasher
Dasher
1014.
1014, thank you so much.
Said hi. Love
Hey.
your family so much.
Thank you, and thank you for being here. Hey, I want to show you a couple of products that I got. So, my friend Anisha, she gave me this little sampler kit right here, and I tried some tonight. So this is Rare Beauties. It's Rare Beauty, and it's got a mascara, and it's got 2 lip stains, and then this really really shiny highlighter. And the mascara went on flawless, like it was so good. I mean, I'm putting it on, and I was bummed because it was just the trial size, and I'm like, oh, I wish I would have had the full size of that because that's a really really good mascara. And then also the shimmery stuff I put on the red, and it was pretty bright red, and I liked it because I don't wear like a lot of really really bright red, but it did stain my lips. I had a hard time cleaning it off for the live, so it is a little redder under there than it sometimes is. But anyway, I'm so grateful for this. So Anisha, if you're on here, thank you for this. I loved it, loved it, love it. Also, another shout out to Jennifer, Mama of Two. You gave me some beautiful, beautiful Olaplex products, and they are so incredible. Thank you for this.
I use them.
So yeah, the oil and the other one is not here because they're downstairs because Andrea was using them in her hair, and her hair turned out beautiful and amazing, and she used that brush, and the brush is incredible. So Jennifer, Mama of Two, thank you so much. Really quick, a few weeks ago we had a guest on, and babe, I just need to fix this because it's bothering me just a little bit. So I don't know how. Oh, look.
I can't tell because I have
No?
a lot of
Okay.
time.
No problem.
What do your kids call you while
There
you
we
fix
go.
that?
While I fix that, my kids call me dad. My kids call me dad. I introduce myself as dad. Um, they can call me Kevin. They can call me Alyssa. It doesn't really matter. My kids have been phenomenal, phenomenal.
What was the difference between that lipstick and the
Thank
lip
you.
stain?
This is a stain. So, you're gonna put this on, and then you're gonna just let it dry, and it's gonna be kind of not really sticky so much, but it's gonna be dry. So then you're gonna want to put definitely a lip gloss over it. So this is kind of like a chapstick, but kind of a lip gloss, and it really just makes it shine nice.
Sriracha Queen said,
Oh,
"Thank you
she's
for the
on.
heart."
Thank you so much, Sriracha. I love these, man. That's Rare Beauty, the mascara. I'm gonna try it because the mascara that I typically use is this right here, and and I like this a lot, but I need a new one, and so I think I'm gonna go try the Rare Beauty mascara and see how that is. I can see, I can feel a hair in my mouth.
Why do you think you discovered this so late in life?
Oh, I didn't discover this late in life. I was aware of this my earliest memories.
Hello
This,
from
this is
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania in the house. This is a strength that I was aware of from the very earliest memories. I don't have any memories where being pretty didn't influence my thinking. No, I didn't. This isn't a new awareness. It's just that just because you're aware, it doesn't make the opportunity available. So, most people who are trans, they won't ever get the experience to experience it till much later in life. And so this is not a new discovery. It's just a new opportunity. Thank you for the finger hearts.
Loves from London.
Loves from London. Thank you. The finger. Thank you for the finger.
You're literally one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, who said that? What a amazing thing to say.
That is Brooke Erie. Brookery.
Brickery,
Sorry.
brickery. Thank you for saying that. What is my definition of pretty? Well, my definition of pretty has to be much different than yours because I have so much different base to work with. My canvas is very big and wide, big jaw and big forehead and receding hair and just very masculine. So I have to redefine what's pretty for me because I don't want my
Hi, Sam.
expectations to be greater than my abilities. And
Love
so
you.
pretty for me is lashes. Pretty for me is pretty brows and fingernails and lipstick. Just pretty. Just the definition of feminine. We're all driven. I used to say we're all driven by either a feminine or masculine energy, but I don't know that that's true anymore. I think energetically, when I think about this on a vibrational level, it's more like a magnet. It's more like a pull than it is a push. Because even when I'm not dressed, even when it's not accessible, it's still a pull. It's still a pull all the time. So it's more magnetic, I think, than force behind me is how it feels. What is that? Sunset?
Hold on.
I haven't seen you in here. Oh,
I'm SLWBASS.
SLWBASS.
I'm a teacher and wish some of my trans students had heard your experience.
Oh, really? Thank you. You seem like an amazing teacher. The fact that you're here learning, I wish every teacher was on here just for a few minutes, if nothing else, just to ask the questions that they have. Good for you. Your trans kids are so lucky to be under your tutelage and to have you looking out for them. What physical changes are you seeing since taking hormone therapy? Muscle mass for sure. As you'll see in the picture behind me, that was 18 years old, and you'll see it in a few minutes. I came back from the beach and I'm showing that I had a sunburn, but I've always been very physically strong, athletic, into sports, wrestling, soccer, football, running back in football. So I've always been very athletic and very strong. So as soon as I got on hormones, I lost a lot of the muscle mass, but I'm still extremely strong, which makes it hard for clothing, but it makes it better for you knucklehead comments in the bathroom.
How long does it take you to get dressed or probably get ready?
To get ready, I can get ready. Uh, the Really, if a really fast job, I can do it in 30 minutes. But the truth is, I really like an hour. I really like an hour, so I don't have to rush it. So I can change something if I want to change it. So really, an hour is what I allow myself before I come on the live if I'm already going to be done up.
Um,
Have you seen a therapist? Of course, I've seen a lot of therapists. Why do you have one that you recommend, or are you one? Is there some? Let me ask you, if I do go to therapy, what do you think I should ask? What do you think it would be important for me to know in therapy since you're here? You know, it's interesting. Here's a really interesting thing that I thought last live. I did the first live as Kevin. Do you remember? I came in as Kevin, had my flannel shirt. I came in guns blazing, and let's talk about the bathrooms, and let's talk about sports. Let's talk about religion, and we just came into a swinging, right? And and people listened. Not everyone agreed, but everyone was pretty respectful. And then about an hour into it, well, I doll up and change, and then I go back into some of those topics, and then the belligerence and just the weird comments and the terrible things. And it's so interesting that it didn't get disgusting while I was a boy. And this is so important to understand that, when I was Kevin ready to go, I was shown some respect. But as soon as I got out some lipstick or some eyeliner, all of a sudden I became less of a threat and people got really disgusting. That is so indicative of what would happen in the restroom. Everyone's great when I'm Kevin, but as soon as I put on this dress, I'm not as safe going to the men's restroom as when I was wearing that flannel shirt. People just feel safer to bully, or however you want to say it. So it is a very interesting thing that when I was Kevin, I didn't get a lot of real nasty stuff, but as soon as I transitioned, everybody felt empowered to belittle, and that is how it would be in the restrooms as well. Thank you for saying that, Val, and thank you for being here. Misty, what did Misty stand? What are those little things? Are those?
I haven't seen
Oh, I think there's
anything
someone
about
you guys make. Oh,
Yeah, since you've been on pills, HRT, for 7 years, how
thank
did your
you.
children not know since they just found out?
How do my children not know that because I was on HRT?
Mhm.
Well, because I hadn't had, any surgeries top or bottom, and I wear a really tight binder when I go to work. So I wore a suit every day, full suit and tie, and I wore a very, very tight binder um, every single day. So no, they didn't know. In fact, I think it might have been last time that we were talking about this, and Adeline, my youngest daughter, was sitting next to me, and she was learning things for the very first time. So yeah, they didn't need to know because I wore such a tight binder. And I've always had a very big chest, very, broad, big chest, very strong. I just traded the density of that mass. Can you talk
Alexis
about why you did
five
hormones?
six seven eight eight nine said you guys made me see things differently with love, knowing I want to love someone for their soul.
Oh, that was nice. We made someone think differently about love. Thank you for saying that. It is about this organ, right? It'll never be about this organ. It's going to be about this organ all the time. Thank you for being
Do
here.
you wish you were born a female?
Do I wish I were born a female? No, no, because I know what I had as Kevin and my kids and my wife and the experiences and the leader. No, that's not a fair question to ask. Do I enjoy? Is this more rewarding than being Kevin? Yes, it is. But was my life, has it been absolutely incredible? Yes, it has. And that wasn't mine. If it was mine to walk every day as a female, I would have been born now and not 50 years ago. So look, I wake up every morning and say, what's the highest and best use of my time? And I just go win that day. Sometimes I get to wear what I want and sometimes I don't, but I'm going to make the most of that day. So I don't think I would have been less happy or more happy if I was born a girl. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but I would have made the most of it either way.
Can you talk about why you did hormones for so long before dressing as Alyssa?
Um, yes, there was another question that I
Oh,
I was
sorry, go
gonna. No,
ahead.
no, I'm just trying to remember. It was. Oh, why do you mute people for asking questions? No, we don't want to mute anyone for asking questions. We want we want people to ask questions and say it respectfully, so it doesn't offend the audience, and it just shows that people are out there with respect. So no, moderators, please don't mute them if they're just asking questions, even if it's a question that I've already
They're just
answered.
meeting people who are
Um,
being
yeah,
rude.
hopefully we're just muting people that are not kind. So hopefully that's what we're
My
doing.
friend
Thank you.
asked a question and got muted. We were discussing a topic and we're curious.
Oh, well, please ask your question again. I would love to answer it.
Are you still married?
Yes, I'm still married. My wife is here. She's not feeling well. She's actually reading some of your comments and names offline, off camera. We've been married for almost 26 years. I'm 50 years old.
When did your wife
The
die
West,
young?
hold on just one second. The Western world is failing. What do you mean by that exactly? I mean, it's a really weird comment to say, number one, but do you have anything at all to back that up, or are you just uh, the inventor of weird questions or weird things to say? My wife's okay with this? Well, she is, or she wouldn't be here, right? She's not a hostage. I have a wife. I don't have a hostage. I don't know what's going on in your house.
When
Maybe
did
hostages are a
when
thing.
did I find out? I've known.
You have two girls and one boy. That's correct. My oldest is 22. My youngest is in her mid-teens. Thank you for saying I'm super courageous. Thank you. That's really thoughtful to say. What is the biggest struggle you had to have? What would could you tell me that one? The biggest struggle. There was one
I
something about a
have
biggest
like
struggle.
a minute lag
I mean,
from yours.
there's a real big lag between the live and what my wife is reading. So the questions are just not lining up. How did you know that you wanted to be a girl? I didn't know that I wanted to be a girl. I knew that the feminine things were very important to me, and I knew that since I was a very small child. That didn't make those feminine things available to me, but I knew that it was a strength that I had from I was really young. It's just that now I have access to it. And at 50 years old, I told my wife that I just needed to be prettier more. So this isn't I may not go all of the way, but I'm going to go as far as is healthy for me and the switches that are turned on inside of me.
This was the question that got muted.
Okay.
Do you consider those that believe they are born in the wrong body as a mental issue?
Do I believe that those who are born in the wrong body are a mental issue? Um, yes, 100%. Because if you don't get to be who you know you can be, if you have to compromise with yourself all of the time, it's a mental issue. I don't care what it's about, whether it's about gender or anything else. If you are constantly held back by somebody else's expectation, it's going to become a mental issue. So, we all have certain strengths and certain abilities, and some people have strengths and abilities that are outside of others' expectations, and they shouldn't have to stay in anybody else's expectations if they can do more and be more. You're welcome. Thank you for being here and sharing it with us. Kevin's dad is here. Kevin's dad, thanks for being here. I love your hair. Thank you. It's straight. We just straightened it. I haven't had this one
Thank you,
straight,
Karen.
and we just straightened it. Thank you for saying that. I love it. I love it. Straight. I really liked it curly too. I'm like, that is so glam, but I like it straight too. Thank you for noticing that. I never knew how I felt about this until you. Thank you for being open minded, guys. It's interesting. I think most people think they're open minded, um, but there's only one thing that makes you open minded, and that is your eagerness to change strong thinking when better or new information comes along. And if you're not constantly looking to change your own strong thinking, you're probably not open minded. Thank you for being here and saying that. What did your children think at first? The host is somebody is trying to come in live, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that
Are your
is.
parents accepting?
Were my parents accepting? My parents love me very much, and this goes against some beliefs of the church, and they're very committed to doing the right thing at the church, and also very committed to loving me, and so it's a balance, and they're doing amazing at it.
Are you a lesbian now?
Am I a lesbian now? Well, thank you for asking that question. Here's what you need to understand. Gender identity is who you go to sleep as. Sexual orientation is who you go to sleep with. Yeah, so this isn't a show about sex. This is just a show about social gender identity. So, in the bedroom, I've considered myself a lot of things. I mean, I've been a pirate once. I had this like vibrating hook.
That's
Like,
not
no, 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 too much.
what?
Whoa, it was a
That's
joke.
not
It
even
was,
true.
it's not true, but it was
I
funny
don't
for a
feel
sex
very good,
question.
but I can still back up
Okay,
your.
listen. So what I'm saying is, be what you need to be in the bedroom. Okay, it's not about that.
Did your kids decide to stay LDS or did they leave the church with you?
Did my kids decide to be LDS, or did the church, or did they leave the church? My kids are free to believe what they want to believe. And the church is still communicates
If you
with my young
please,
daughter,
Pastor
and I don't have a problem with
Louisiana.
that, and I don't have a problem with her participating and being as involved as she wants to be. What I want is for her to reach to the sky. I want her to reach upwards, and to know that there's a God that loves her, and if she finds that in this church, then that's where I want her to be. If she finds that in a different church, then that's where I want her to be. So
You have grandchildren.
we have one grandchild. Conservative Christian here. Do you see a therapist to help? Um, I have gone to a therapist, not so much for transgender stuff though. What would you suggest I go to the therapist for exactly? No, and that's a sincere question. This isn't me being rude because I appreciate you being here and I appreciate the question, but honestly, what would I say to the therapist when I went in there? Hey, look, I found exactly what makes me happy. I know what I can put on every day to be my best self and treat everybody better and feel good about me, and I really, really need to stop it. I need to stop it because it's making other people comfortable. Like, how should I start the conversation with my therapist? I know exactly what makes me my best self, but I need to stop doing it. I don't know how to even start that conversation. I got to see my two newborns today. It's such a blessing. Oh, you got to see your two.
Oh,
Wow,
I have
thank you,
a
Elliot. Thank you for that.
all day.
Elliot, thank you for that.
We have a your Hammer Strom. She said
Thank you,
recently realized
Ellsworth.
I put so much value on my identity as a cis woman. How do you experience womanhood? Thank you, Elliot.
Thank you for those. Wow,
Did
Elliot,
they
thank you
hear
for all
them?
those. That was so sweet. Um, how, how do I
How do you experience womanhood?
how do I experience womanhood? Just like this, just like this. And I know that a beautiful hair and some lipstick is not a woman. I know a woman is about sacrifice, and I understand that. And I know being a woman is about compassion and about being tenderness, but about being strong and about not compromising. And I know it's about
Oh,
not
thank
accepting less than you
you.
deserve. And those are beautiful, beautiful woman traits. And I want all of those, and I need all of those to stand up in front of people in this underwear dream that I can't get out of.
Mm.
Thank you for being here.
If you weren't married, would you be attracted to men too, or strictly women?
Would I be attracted to men if I weren't married? No, I don't. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think that because I've allowed my mind to go down that road before. Because when I'm growing up, there's no trans, there's no anything. The only people that were wearing dresses were gay people that had a lot of glitter and dancing around like a deer. And I just thought, wow, those girls are so girly, and maybe that's me. Maybe I'm like a non-practicing gay, or maybe I'm just the worst gay in the world. But I wanna be able to express a softer, feminine side, and and then I thought that is it possible? Are you gay? This doesn't make sense. Are you gay? And the reality
You
is, when
feel
nobody was
open,
here and I had
Elliot.
nobody to answer to but myself, it just wasn't where my attraction lied.
What were your kids' first reactions?
Does he does he get frustrated and continually answer a question about trans? No, that's why I'm here. I answer the same question over and over. My kid's reaction, my youngest daughter goes like this. She goes like this. Uh, and my son, he looked at me and he smiled and he kind of like chuckled and he's just like, "Wait, do you have a voice? Do you have a girl voice? Let me hear it. Let me hear the voice. I need to hear the voice." And I wasn't expecting that, right? Because I don't really have a voice. I was working on it at that time a little better. So that was his reaction. And my oldest daughter, we told her first. We told her a couple of years before everybody else, and she was so amazing and so uh, probably confused and probably hurt and being the first one, you got to kind of take all the emotions. The younger kids got to say, "Oh, she dealt with it. Oh, she's known, and she was still okay, and this was okay." And so they got the comfort of seeing that she was okay after a couple of years, and she just came in and said, "Okay, let's own it. Let's go get our belly buttons pierced together. Let's do this. Let's do that." And just been amazing for me.
Hi from the UK.
Hey,
Red
from the
Ralph
UK.
Wench. I love it. It
You
all
raised them
comes
right.
down
Thank
to
you. They're
one
good.
word, love. And you guys rotate that. Thank you for meeting with Ace.
Hey, yeah, let me shout out Ace. Guys, a few I started saying this and I got distracted. Like literally, I've got a good memory, but it's short, and I mean like really, really short. So a few weeks ago we had some special guests on who have a teenage transgender child, female to male, and they came on and they were so genuine and so tender and so authentic in their story. and it was just incredible to hear what they go through and what they have to experience, not understanding it any better than you do. They don't get it any better than you do. The only thing they get is that it's not going away, and if you don't support it, then you're in real trouble. You may not be in real trouble, but that child is in real trouble. And it was so great. But I want to bring them on live, and they need a few more followers in order to do that. So this is Stewart Blended. Is that
At
it's at? So if you guys could just go follow them, it's at Blended
Stewart.
Stewart, at Blended Stewart.
But I
If you could just
I
go
put
there.
it
Oh, hang on. We'll put it.
I tagged them,
Uh,
and Mandy's on here as well, so she can retag herself.
Okay, so yeah, retag yourself, guys. If you could follow them, it would be so helpful. I would love, love, love for them to get 1,000 followers, so that they can do some lives and they can talk to other parents and they can talk to people who are reaching out trying to find somebody. So when you get a chance, look at the name, and if you could go in there and follow them so they can get their 1,000. I don't think they need very many more, but there's somebody who's waiting to hear their message, and I would love if you could do nothing else but help be the bridge to get that message to that person that you'll never know who needed it. Do you get upset if people ask you about surgeries? No, not at all. I don't. And I know that's very personal, and a lot of people would. I don't, because there's so many people on here who are trans or who have trans spouses, and they're saying, "What does this look like? Does transgender mean you have to have surgeries? If you can you still be trans and not have the surgeries?" And the answer is yes. I don't know that I'm any more trans or any less trans than anybody else who gets value out of representing as the other gender. If there's value there, then you're probably transgender on some level. You don't need to go all the way. You may be able to just satisfy those ambitions and those strengths that you have and those abilities in the privacy of your own home occasionally. Others, they need to live that reality all of the time. So surgeries are an important part of it, but it's only a part of it for some people. I don't have those surgeries, and I look like this, that's enough. I'll never be this incredible, beautiful woman, but you'll never need to know what's under my clothes because we won't be exchanging anything.
Okay, we have a
Thank you
viewer
for noticing the wig.
says, Trans guy here. Thank you for being such a great asset and advocate to our community.
Oh, what is the username?
Cameron.130.
Cameron.130. Thank you, and thank you for being here and being part of the community.
We have another
Thank
one.
you.
X Laura X, my son's boyfriend is just starting his journey, female to male.
Oh, what user?
Underscore X
Underscore X.
Laura underscore X underscore.
Congratulations on your child starting their process. You don't even know what you're in store for. They were beautiful, and I know they might have been difficult while they were angry, and they were every day they had to literally make choices that they didn't want to make because they had to make them. But now when you see them healthy and you see them happy and you get to see them following the claims of their ambitions and dictating the demands on their time, you're going to see a glow and a life that is going to make you jealous. You're going to go, I want to be that happy about something. So congratulations on that journey with that child. I think it's going to be fantastic for you. How are you, Mr. Sir Guy, man? I'm doing amazing. Thank you for being here. And you're so like Perry Mason, to know. But thanks for being here. I'm amazing. How could I have hair like this and not be amazing? Like, really? Come on now.
Blended Stewart style. Oh, it's Blended Stewart style.
I was getting a phone call. Do you miss anything that you feel you had to give up to be your true self? That's a great question. Did I give anything up? I gave up. I gave up. That's a tough question. Mm, what did I have to give up to come this way? Gosh, I could probably rattle off things I gave up to not come this way. What did I have to give up, babe, in the boy world to come here? I mean, I guess some strength. I surely try not to go to the gym. I mean, all these guys going to the gym and doing it right and whatever, all healthy, they're going to feel like imbeciles when they're laying in their hospital bed dying of nothing because they're so healthy. I keep getting this phone call. So I guess strength, I guess physical mass, I gave up, but I don't know. I don't feel like maybe I don't feel the loss because I haven't given anything up. Maybe that's a more honest answer. Maybe the reason I don't feel there's loss is because I really haven't given anything up. Earlier, for part of the day I was Kevin and I did what Kevin had to do and I owned it and then I, transitioned and so that's a great question. I'm sorry that I would have to give one up to really understand the loss is my answer.
God has surrounded you with some awesome
Sure, thank you.
people.
Yes, God has surrounded me with so
Foster,
many.
Louisiana.
Foster, Louisiana. That's Louisiana. My dad's from Louisiana, so
We have
good people
some
in Louisiana.
family members on here
We do. I've got.
from Blended Stewart. They're telling you how grateful they are for you.
Oh, that's so great. So Blended Stewart,
The
they're on
Stewart
here saying
too.
thank you, guys. I got to meet Ace the other day and spend just a few minutes with him and talk about his voyage from female to male and where he is and kind of what that looks like. And that was such a special opportunity to sit across from another person who's going through the same frustrations and so much of the same fears and problems and doubts, but we're going different directions. We're trying to reach out and grab what the other one had. And it's just so interesting to see this really, really young guy just figuring it out. Just okay, I'm gonna figure out how to be the best guy and the strongest guy and the best man. And they're trying to figure out what that looks like. And here I am trying to figure out how brave and tender and courageous and what a beautiful woman looks like. And it was just beautiful. That crossing where we crossed was so fascinating and beautiful. So Ace, thank you for taking that time and spending that with me. That was really insightful for me.
Someone said you need to do a live with them, and we did.
Yeah, we do need to do a live with them. They were here a few weeks ago. If you'll please go to their page and follow them. They're only a few follows away from having 1,000 followers and being able to go live. I would love to do a live occasionally with them and really, really touch as many people as we can. So please, I think somebody tagged it. It's Blended Stewart or something. Blended underscore. I don't know what it is, but it's in there somewhere.
I will tag them again.
Yeah, we'll tag them again. I'm sending 1,000 to Blended Stewart style.
Yes,
Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing that for them. Guys, I know it's not that big of a deal, but it is a big deal because if they get to 2 people sooner because you just switched over and did that, 2 people, we don't know where those 2 people were in the journey, but we know that 40+% of everybody on this journey decides to try to just go up the cliff at some point, and you don't know where they are to that cliff. So by you just swapping over and doing that, you don't know whose life you just saved, as trivial as that sounds. And it's not dramatic, it's real. Have you ever heard the band Against Me? I don't know that I have. Is that the one that they sent us? Trans woman that sings about her journey.
It's really nice to listen to. Made me cry.
Andrew says yes. Andrew says it made her cry. Made her cry. That's great. I want to listen to that later when I.
Blended Stewart said, "Thank you so much." They're crying right now because
Oh.
Elliot SWFL said.
Oh, that's such a beautiful family. This is a beautiful family. It's a beautiful neighborhood. This is what neighborhoods look like right here. This is what family looks like right here. I got this. Not some of you may recognize what this is right here, but the reality is the family is everybody that will protect you and support you. Blood makes you related, but loyalty and love make you family, and this is just the right place to be. Oh, thank you. Does that say Denise Foster? Is that what that says? I wish my eyes were better. Was your wife shocked, or did she kind of already know something was going? That's a really good question. No, she wasn't shocked. She wasn't shocked at all. Thank you. Well, for a gal, thank you, Elliot. She wasn't shocked because right at the beginning I said, "Hey, I don't know what this means. There's no word for it." I looked it up. But I really, really like feminine things. I feel a strength with feminine things. It's something it's meaningful to me. That's all. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not looking to be a girl. I'm just telling you that I am drawn to a feminine energy, and it just, I understand that world better than some guys do. That's what I said. And then when we got opportunities to experience little pieces of that world, she could just see that it was meaningful. She could just see through my demeanor that it really was valuable to me. So it's been a journey. It's been 25 years of aha moments that have got us to this point right here, and it's given us at least a fair chance, of getting through some of these questions. You were so kind answering these questions. Oh, thank you for saying that,
Why are we at the
Denise.
White
You know what? I wasn't at the White House. I was at the mall in Vegas at the Miracle Mile Mall, and there's a shop set up in there and that display. And so I went in there to look more important than I am. Thank you for that, Denise. Thank you. Nice boy. She really does love you. Yeah. Yeah, she's amazing. She does love me. My wife is incredible. I mean, can you imagine dealing with this bull crap for 25 years? Can you imagine, waking up one day and seeing less and less of what you thought you were going to marry and have your whole life, and still saying, man, this is not what I expected. But I expected you to be healthy, and I'm going to readjust my thinking so that you're healthy, and whatever. I mean, it's amazing. Mama, Mama Banana 91. Hey, Mama Banana 91, thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. What you do is so powerful. And I'm so grateful you're part of us. Are you trans? I am trans. I am trans. Thank you. So I'm 50 years old. And about 3 months ago, I stopped my corporate career so I could step down and start girling up more and just figure out what that's about. I told my wife I need to understand the girl world better, and just little tastes of it here and there when we can, and weekends and whatever. I said I need to know more. I've got I can't compromise with myself. I need to figure out where I'm the healthiest. And so here I am, like 3 names later. My pronouns when I'm dressed like this, I would go by she and her. If that's convenient for you, when I'm dressed as Kevin, then I go by he and him. I would just always just use that as the guide. Just if they're dressed in a feminine energy, call it her, call them her. And if it seems masculine, call him. And if they change, then just, and if you don't know, then just use them. It's so easy. That cop was right here. What do they want? What did they want? I don't know. They wanted, so just use plural if you're not sure exactly, but just, it's the same as anybody else. If you didn't think they're trans, just assume no one's trans. No one's trans, and however they're coming at you, just treat them with that kind of loving kindness and figure out, what they like to be called. But me, you can call me anything.
Josh
But I
said
like
that
Kevin like this.
Josh said Mandy's really emotional and thanks everyone for their support.
So Blended Stewart, guys, says thank you so much for your support and your love. They're brand new to this, and let me tell you something. When you're new to this and lives hang in the balance, this is a scary chair to be in, and it's an emotional chair to be in, and it's a beautiful chair to be in, but it's hard. So they said thank you for the likes, thank you for the support. Are you guys still in a relationship? Yes, we're still married. We've been married for almost 26 years. Which, let's talk about this for a second. Now, our 26-year anniversary is on June 1st, which is also the first day of LGBT Pride Month. So what we were considering doing is going to Vegas and just, we're already married, but doing some mock kind of wedding in a wedding dress, a couple girls in a dress, and just kind of more of a photo moment. But some people have been requesting to do a meet and greet, and we have considered, if we go do that and create that experience, then let's just invite whoever wants to come to Vegas and be part of that, with us. You could be the bridesmaid. Just pick a bride. There's multiple brides there that day. So, pick a side. Anyway, so that's what we're talking about. However, I'm just waiting to find out if we would have a place to meet in Vegas. So, I'm reached out to some people that may have a room, a big conference room or something available for people, and I'm kind of waiting to hear back on that. So the anniversary plans, really right now are just going to Vegas and making that happen. And then we're going to do another short trip in between lives after that.
Do all people transition completely or does it depend on the person?
No, no, not all people transition completely, and nor should they. I mean, if your needs are only this far,
If they don't want to.
yeah, if they don't want to, you should go as far as you need to go, and you should stop when you don't need to go farther. Otherwise, you're compromising with other switches that are turned on that could be very, very good for you. this is one of the reasons why I'm not just going, hey, I'm going all Alyssa. Kevin was built with a lot of discipline and offers a lot, and I don't want to just turn off switches that are still valuable to not only me but other people. So no, not all trans people transition all the way. In fact, according to the 2000 census, there's a lot of trans out there, and the majority of them did not live full time as transgender, nor do they have surgeries. So, there's a lot of people around you that are able to walk in both worlds at some degree, at least appreciate another world that we just not aware of.
The Banana 91 asked if we booked a photographer yet.
No, we haven't booked a photographer. No, we haven't. I was kind of waiting to see if we had somewhere to go. Otherwise, I mean, I guess all six of us who showed up could go to In-N-Out Burger for, a while. But after an hour or two, they're going to kick us out, and I can't fit six people in my car. So when I get something worked out, I'll let you know. But we don't have a photographer. So if you do that and you're close, praise, and you can be a bridesmaid too.
Kevin is hot and Alyssa is beautiful, from Denise Foster, Louisiana.
Oh, thank you. Go Louisiana, my peeps. Yeah. That is so sweet.
Everyone likes
Becky.
Top, but they don't know it's a dress.
Oh, this is a dress actually. Let me show you. But my legs are so. It's actually a dress.
Cute.
Okay. Thank you, Becky. Thank you. I'm glad that you're here with this education and helping us, because it's going to be you that's educating somebody. You're going to save somebody's life. I'm telling you right now. We need a belt for the dress. Yeah, I need 20 pounds somewhere else, I think, as much as that. Elite's wife, thank you so much, and thank you for being here. Elite's WFL.
It's so cute.
Okay, what else? What else have we got? I've got a notice at the top of my phone, so I can't see anything. Any more questions, baby?
Are you still a Christian?
Yes, I am still Christian. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
My nephew came out in the 80s, and it was so hard for him. I love this. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you for being here.
When you go to church, do you feel conflicted within, or just feel used?
No, and that is a really, really fair question. That's such a valid question, because if you'll see in the back, I went to church dressed. In just a minute, you'll see this picture come on, and it wasn't in an LDS church. It was in a different community that we picked, and I was really anxious to see what I felt sitting there in that dress. And I've never felt bad being in it, even when I was, young, and I didn't have a reason to feel bad. Nobody was trans. That I had never heard that word. I had never seen that. I had never imagined somebody thinking it was negative until I was, 35, 40 years old, going, oh my gosh, oh my heavens, look at people's reaction. That's me. This is nuts. I thought they would look at me and go, holy cow, you can be anything you want that makes you happy and powerful and strong. Awesome. I thought that was going to be this empowering moment to give everybody a chance to go step up and do whatever made them happy. And it wasn't at all. It was like, it's easier for me to whip you with a stick than to have to change my discipline so I could be happier and, whatever. And it's been really surprising. So when I was at church, I felt there, and it was so peaceful. And I just sat there grinning the whole time. I bet people were like, oh, he must be listening to some comedian. He just sitting over there smiling like crazy. I keep saying he because when I'm down on Kevin, when I'm down on me, it's always Kevin. It's like when I do something great, it's like, oh, you go, girl. But usually it's, come on, Kevin, you gotta be kidding me with that. So I'm hard on Kevin and I'm easy on Alyssa. I've noticed that.
Is it hurtful that some of your family isn't accepting of Alyssa, or are you at peace?
It is. I'm not at peace with it. It is hurtful. Not that I hold any feelings, only because there's a half of a relationship to still be had, and you want everybody to be able to celebrate you, and I would love to tell them, guys, look, there's videos that have 2.5 million views You know, we were just in the Daily News and the fact,
Daily Mail.
or Daily Mail, you know, and the fact that I can't share those victories with people. I wish I could. So it hurts in that I know that the relationship is less than it could be, but it doesn't hurt enough that I'm willing to push anybody out of my life over it. That's for sure. Yes, I do still identify as Kevin anytime I don't look like this. So when I'm carpooling in the morning, I'm Kevin. When I go, take my daughter to work, I'm Kevin.
Thanks for sharing. I have a trans daughter and I'm still learning a lot, supporting her journey.
Wow. Thank you for supporting her.
Crystal Hunt 6545.
Crystal, thank you for supporting her. She's so lucky to have you. Just remember, there are no right answers. There's only right attitudes, and I think you've got the right one. Thank you. That's amazing. Mine's 21. I'm super proud of her. Oh my goodness. All right, Crystal. That's amazing. 21. Yay. Thank you for being proud of her. Sometimes that's all you need. You don't need to understand it. You don't need to offer anything. Sometimes all they really need to hear is, I am proud of you. You left your comfort zone. You crushed the critics, and you just stepped up to and knew exactly what you wanted. And great. I feel like my lips are dry. I thought Kyle was gonna come on and do makeup with us tonight. Kyle, where are you?
I'm jealous of how beautiful you are.
Oh,
You look great, gorgeous.
thank
What
you.
are you drinking?
This would just be alkaline water. Drinking alkaline water out of a Jeffree Star straw of all things, in my own mug. What was I just gonna say? Oh, so excited! So, uh, this weekend my niece is getting married, and she has asked me to go up and do her makeup for the wedding. So I'll be going up to northern Utah this weekend and doing my niece's wedding, and I want to do a video or something and post that. But I'm really honored, so honored. Can you imagine that, somebody's wedding and they want me up there doodling on them? Like, that's amazing, and I'm just so happy, and there's so much family that's going to be there that's reached out to me and shown me strength, and so I'm really grateful to be up there. But I'm super grateful for her for asking me to do that.
I would love to see your daughters come on and do your makeup and see how they think to do
Oh,
it.
that's a good idea. We should do that.
Be cute.
We should do that. That's really good.
That's a good
That's
idea.
a really good idea.
Christian AG
Thank you, Christian.
899.
Yes.
That is so cute.
My eyes look like the ocean. Thank you.
Thank you for
Chris,
the rose.
Crystal, what is it? Criscolo,
Crystal
XO, whatever. Thank you.
XOXO.
That's so good.
We'll have to ask the girls if they'll come and do your makeup.
I see Jesus in your eyes. Oh, you definitely see Jesus in my heart for sure. I need to go to bed, but I can't seem to log off. I love y'all. Oh yeah, don't log off, Denise Foster. You're amazeballs. This neighborhood is stronger with you, but you also need your sleep. I get that, and I want health because tomorrow you need to be vibrant and ready to go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support.
There were some people in the last slides asking
Thank you.
your favorite color, and I thought maybe I would ask you what Kevin's favorite color is versus Alyssa's favorite color.
Favorite color. There's people that ask Kevin's favorite color
Alabama.
versus Alyssa's favorite color. Oh my goodness. The best part about Alyssa for me is the variety of nails and hair and colors and shades and shapes. Kevin is very, very simple. I mean, simple, simple. I mean, like super simple. Like, I've got like 5 shirts that I wear for years. And because if you don't, if you're not wearing what you want, it doesn't really matter. So you find the most comfortable thing, and you wear the dickens out of it, right? So yeah, Kevin's favorite colors. Kevin's not that concerned with colors that much, but Alyssa likes a lot of variety in jewelry, and there's just something so satisfying to me that way.
when it comes to the Bible, do you believe in it?
I keep pausing. Do I believe in the Bible? I'm very Christian. When I say very Christian, I am Christian. As far as the Bible goes, I do believe in the life of Christ. You know, a Christian is nothing more than somebody who chooses Jesus Christ as the person to emulate or to model their life and behavior after. That's all a Christian is. So if you're modeling your life after Christ, you're Christian. Christianity is not believing in the Bible, it's believing in Christ. The Bible is a 4,000-year-old telephone game that got handed down and translated and retranslated, you know, and then set aside and this and that and whatever. And then all of a sudden, 4,000 years later, we want to use it to beat the crap out of people. That doesn't make sense. There's so much weird stuff in the Bible. But yeah, there's a lot of beautiful stuff in the Bible too. But there's so much weird stuff in the Bible. So do I think that there's value in the Bible? I do. And you know, the Christ parables and his teachings and his examples, all that's great. Do I really believe the part, you know, where it talks about eating your your children, your men, your boys and your girls whom God has given you, you know, in times of dire stress. I mean, no, I don't believe all that stuff. You know, if that was good for that time, okay, fine. It's just not relevant for me at this time. So no, I don't. I don't believe in using any particular scripture in the Bible in a telephone game, a 4,000-year telephone game, to judge how I treat somebody else. Now, I do believe it's pretty safe to model my life and behavior after Jesus Christ and not on some random people that we don't even know who wrote the Bible.
People like
Thank
your
you,
Alex and Ani bracelet.
Stacy. Oh, they noticed it. Yes. This one's a
Allyssa, don't act like Kevin doesn't stay looking fly. Mama Bear 91.
Mama Bear 91. Yeah, this is a fun Alex and
People
I
like
one
gold on
because
you.
it's a dragon. It's like a little dragon, and it's just it has a topaz on it, which is my birthstone. I'm Scorpio. My birthday's in November, and so it was a dragon. And you know, I used to I didn't want to say, man, I've got this demon in me because it wasn't a demon. You can't have something so beautiful that makes you so happy and so um, embracing be a demon. So I didn't want to say I've got this demon in me, and so I decided it's more of a dragon. It's somebody that's strong and powerful, but explosive and just has wings and can carry. So you know, I didn't want to refer to my other side as a demon, and so I kind of decided it was a dragon. And so when I saw this dragon, then I'm like, that really is. That's like me. But now it's not as sentimental. But in that moment, it was.
Our priest calls us cafeteria Catholics because he says we pick and choose.
We pick and choose. Yeah, yeah. You know, some people pick and choose. I don't. I pick the life of Christ, and I don't choose anything other than that.
How did
So,
you choose your name?
how did I choose my name? My wife gave me my name about maybe 12, 15 years ago. She picked it, and it's been great. It's great. She named it me Allyssa, and a lot of people don't remember Alyssa, so they call me Allie. And Allie's one of the top three names that I picked for myself. So when she said it, I was just like, "That's amazing! I can be Allie. I wanted to be Allie, and now you're saying that you want me to be Allie, and whatever." And so I go by Alyssa, and it's beautiful.
They're asking, do you want to share your birth date?
Do I want to share my birth date?
What day in November?
November 17th is my birthday.
Scorpios.
Scorpio, yeah. Maybe it changes somewhere in there. I don't know, but yeah, that's a Scorpio. Yes. November 17th. Is that you, Bruce? Yeah, is that you, douche? Allie's my daughter's
Thank
name.
you,
It's
Crystal
what a beautiful name.
6545.
That's mine. Your name is Allie? That's amazing. That's amazing.
My husband is
November 10th. Strong personality is very strong. Andrea's is also in November 13th. So mine's the 13th, hers the 17th. So we got a couple of Scorpios. Yeah, it's fiery. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're lesbian sometimes. We're not sometimes. We're nothing but flames sometimes, but we're usually giggling. Thank you. My
A
good
lot of
Mater
November
toys.
birthdays. Some of the comments
Mama
that
banana.
you're commenting to don't come up on my phone, so
They don't. I hate that. I don't understand how
did you Botox?
Yes, I do Botox. I don't understand how the algorithms work and why some phones see some comments and some don't. People ask me questions that I don't see, and they don't see the questions that I'm
Thank you for
answering. It's
the
super
hand
weird.
wave.
Yes, I do Botox. Not as often as I have, but historically I have done that. So, all right, there's another November 17th. Yes, yes, nice. Thank you. Any coworkers from your previous jobs know about Alyssa, and are they supportive? So did tell my boss before I left, and I said, listen, this is why I'm leaving. These are my ambitions because this is who I am. And he was incredibly supportive. Um, and I don't know that his bosses would have been supportive, or I don't know, but it
July
wasn't a situation I
17th.
was interested in putting him in. But he was extremely kind, and even offered to know this part of me, and that's special. You know, that's a good friend.
I need to be
I'm
friends
not
with
as
you
cool
and
in
your wife.
January 17th is still cool. Hey, you're using 17, okay? And the keynote, I know that. At keynote, you're using 17. And you know what else comes up every time? 71. I'm telling you, if you're playing keynote, put 71. You're going to see it comes up like every other deal. You're welcome for that one free pick constantly. I need to be friends with you and your wife. I know. Yes, you do.
Oliver,
Thank you, June. Thank you.
you're so kind. That's all that matters. So sweet.
That is nice. June is.
What what sign am I? I'm a Scorpio as well.
AK Michelle, thank you for those roses. Thank you. Wow. AK Michelle, I wish I could see it better.
Thank you,
White Andrea is
Kristen.
also a Scorpio. So we're a couple of Scorpios. It's heartwarming to see how much support you have and see you happily living. Yes, isn't it amazing? The support that I have is ridiculous. And I'm so fortunate and I'm so
I'm
lucky,
from Virginia.
and it's still so hard. And so I can't imagine for the people that don't have the support. What they have is they have shadows, and they have uh, potential of harm. And that's a tough place to be. So I am very fortunate. And the fact that you're here and you're understanding differently means that you're going to be able to support differently. And I appreciate that. And I really am grateful that you're here.
Your lives are a breath of fresh air.
Thank you, Stacy. Yes.
You remind me of Jennifer Aniston.
Emily, thank you. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, can you imagine how amazing that would be? It's funny. I say that. I say, oh, if I could just be Jennifer Aniston, because she's gorgeous. But interesting, you go as a trans person, you go through these stages where you never don't feel it, but there's stages you just wish you didn't. There's times you want to talk yourself out of it because you just want to think about something different, and you start to question everything. You're going, why? If it's true, then this, and you start putting yourself through tests and jumping through hoops, and this is.
For like a second, because it takes a minute to.
Oh, it does.
Mhm.
Oh, I had a phone call coming in, and so that's why I had to do that. And I know there's a lag when that happens. So here I was. So I'm going, okay. How about this? Would you trade your life right now for that girl? And I looked at her, and instantly, internally, I went, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't trade her spots if I could. I just wouldn't. I went, really? Because that's a real girl. That's like a girl. And you wouldn't just like, maybe you're not. Are you just like a big faker? Like, if you like really wanted it, you'd be willing to just jump in anybody's body. And I'm like, no, that didn't feel like right. And I'm like, well, who about that girl? She's maybe a little bit easier to look at. With it, no. And I found beautiful girls, and every single time it was just no. It was clearly no. And it made me like, wow, wait a minute. You're just saying that you wouldn't swap with any of these people. And I started looking at guys, and I said, I swap with him? No. And I realized there wasn't anybody on either side that I was willing to swap. That's the revelation of, wait, I don't need to be that girl. I need to be the prettiest this guy. That's what I need. I need to be the prettiest this guy, and be happy with that. And once I had that thought, then everything was just so peaceful. And all of a sudden, I lost the need or desire or even interest in competing or being anybody else. And so that was a good moment for me, that realizing that me was as pretty as me could be, and that was always going to be enough.
Do you remember where you got your dress?
This dress, this is probably Dillard's, probably a
Dillard's
Dillard's
sale.
sale. Yeah, I went on this Dillard's run. You know how they do that semi-annual or annual or whatever. Yeah, I went ham one year. Do you think a young teenager can make the decision to transition for a lifetime? Well, let's talk about this. When you were a teenager, at any point did you question who you were? Or maybe a more important question is, when you were a teenager, is there anybody that could have talked you out of being who you weren't? Could somebody have talked you into living and acting like the other gender? Is that even a possibility for you? My guess is it's not. I've never had one person say, "Yeah, I could be talked into that." So if you couldn't be talked into being something that you're not, why do you think that they are less capable of understanding and knowing who they are? They know who they are just like you did. They don't question who they are. It's you that questions. You just had a certain expectation for them that they're not willing to live. That's all. They're just a trans person, someone who's just living outside of your gender, your social gender expectations. But yes, I do believe that a 4 year old and a 5 year old knows. And you would know that too if you go to a podcast called How to Be a Girl by Marlo Mack. And this beautiful mom journeys this journey with this. I don't know what they started out as, 4 or 5s, and then they just little tiny podcasts up through the years, and you get to hear what's going on. And by the time you're done with that, you're not wondering, is transgender real? You're wondering, how can I help more? You got to go and listen to that podcast. It's called How to Be a Girl by Marlo Mack, and it is one of the most pure, sweetest, enlightening podcasts out there. They're short, 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but still they're so endearing. You were born knowing. Um, I was born with an awareness. Yes, I don't have any memories where I didn't have this awareness or this understanding that I had this strength.
You know how to spell Marlo Mack? Is it just how it
Marlo
sounds?
Mack, I believe, is yeah, Marlo Mack, I believe, is Mack is how she spells it. How to Be a Girl, Marlo. It's so beautiful. Yes, Brooklyn, of course, absolutely.
How did you know you were a woman?
Oh, I didn't know I was a woman. I'm just me. I'm just me. I just knew I always wanted to be pretty. But you are comfortable calling that a woman. I just want to be as pretty as I can. I want to live my life, at least in portion, in a feminine world. I want to have um, these routines in my life. I knew that those would be good routines for me from this age, but I didn't have access to it at this age, or this age, or this age. But you know what? Now all of a sudden I'm here at this age and I have access to it. I've never lacked the understanding, I've only lacked the access. So I don't know, you know better than I do what it is to be a woman. I only want to know how it is to be everything that I can be. And that's, if I'm going to have these routines, then it's going to look something like this. That's all.
I'm loving your hair straight.
Thank you, Joe. Back. Thank you for noticing that. I'm liking it too. I wasn't
I love
sure.
it.
I
Yeah,
wasn't sure, but I am starting to like it a little.
really cute.
Okay, what time is it? How are we doing? 8:14. Let's see. Thank you for answering. I'm loving your hair straight. Thank you. I said that. Thank God that you have amazing support. You are an inspiration to so many. June, thank you for saying that. I hope to somebody. I hope to somebody. This is a tough road, and I'm not always gonna have the ability to get on and do this. And if a couple of you understood differently, so you could help, just give a different perspective, it's gonna be so helpful for somebody.
14, where are you at?
I am in the Mountain Standard Time Zone. Becky, thank you for saying that. That's probably not true, but right here on camera, I want to accept credit for that. Thank you.
I haven't seen you in anything you can't rock, Allyssa.
Wow, Mama Banana, thank you for saying that. I do enjoy this because it's a cut that, even though it's kind of bigger, and when I bought this, I was actually a little bit stronger, but it still gave me a
Is that the
figure
dress
instead of
in
going
that
straight
picture?
down.
Is that the dress? Oh, never mind.
I don't know. It may be in a picture back there. but it's been a dress that is super comfortable. It doesn't wrinkle very much, but it, at the right lighting, the right angle with a heavy coat, it really is cute.
Do you have a favorite outfit?
I
Like
don't, I don't,
go to like a go to?
a go-to outfit for me. Um, well, I would say just around the house, I go to. I wear a lot of denim skirts, just Levi skirts, Levi skirts. So I lived in Vegas. We had a place in Vegas and a place outside of Vegas while I lived there. And so I'd be in Vegas all week and then come home for the weekends, or the family would go out there if there was no school. And so when I was there by myself, I would come from work, and always I had a pile of Levi skirts, and so it was so easy. And I liked rotating tops. I liked to try different things and colors and whatever. So I guess Levi skirts was important.
Blended Stewart
Erica, thank
style
you.
said Alyssa rocks the wedges for sure.
The wedges. I do wear a lot of wedges. Your crown. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Drop something.
Pokebone.
Your crown.
Have you put any thought into a motorcycle shoot as Alyssa? Yes, that would be. And in fact, my son suggested that because he just bought his first motorcycle, and it's like, I mean, he looks really good on it. My son is like this super handsome guy, and he said, we should do, Dad, we should do a video, that has us, cruising around something. So yes, we have. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I'm a special needs cheerleader. That's
Aww.
awesome. Yay. No boundaries.
You're beautiful, Sydney.
No boundaries.
Aww.
Sydney's beautiful.
Yes. I see the wedges on her and I'm jelly. Her legs are amazing from Mandy.
We got 3rd place at NCA.
Oh, 3rd place.
Really?
Congratulations. That's
Whoa,
huge.
that is ginormous. That is ginormous.
Huge. Wow.
That's discipline. I'll
That's
tell you
a
what,
lot of
cheerleaders,
work.
cheerleaders, they get up at the crack of dawn. They eat nothing. They're like, okay, here's a cube of cheese and a pepperoni. This is for the next 48 hours. And take your arm and leg and bend it over your hand and back around here like that. Dude, it's crazy. That's good stuff.
She's a back spot. Wow.
A back spot. That's amazing. What state are you in? We are in the state of Utah.
A back spot. Wow. Speed release.
It is, right?
Wow. Congrats, football queen. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of you.
Very proud of you.
That's got to be hard to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
So good job for being strong enough to show
Good
your
job.
courage and strength and
That is hanging in there. Louisiana back in the house again. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Chihuahua, Chihuahua mom. Thank you for being here from Louisiana.
Wow. Everyone's showing football queen some love.
Show her some
Proud of
love.
you.
Yeah.
She's graduating from college.
So many things going on.
Wow.
Congratulations. Man, that's an exciting life.
That's so cute.
My mouth is so dry.
So cute.
Birthday on May 19th, be 21. Oh man, it's all happened at one time. This is a crossroads. Always be you and yourself. People deserve to live their life the way they want. Thank you, Lindsay, for being here. Thank you for saying that. I agree, and I just appreciate your support. Let's go.
What eye palette are you using?
So today,
Wow, you have big hands. You know what that means.
Yeah.
You notice me.
You're right. We know what that means.
Are you attracted
It's amazing.
to men?
I know.
Obviously, you're attracted to your wife. Just curious.
Yes. No, I'm not attracted to men. I'm just attracted to my wife. But this is the palette that I'm using right now, and it is one of the best palettes. I tried to get another one of these palettes today at Ulta. This is the matte neutrals, and this is the best black that you're gonna find. I've tried so many brands trying to find a black shadow that's really pigmented and good, and this is the best one that I found. And I tried to get this, and you can see that this one up here is almost gone. I love to use that. That's Courtney, but they don't even have this at Ulta. I don't know if they were sold out or they don't carry it anymore. But I'm gonna go online and try to find another one of these because I would buy this again just for the black. The black only if that's all that they had. That's the best black. So, and then I use this as far as my contouring goes.
Your wife sounds attractive.
My wife is super attractive, like super hot,
I haven't
like yummy
been
hot.
feeling good, so
Glow
I'm
kit.
sitting on the sidelines tonight. I have done all the other lives though.
So yeah, Andrea's not feeling well tonight, and so she's kind of just off to the side, um, reading comments for me and calling things out. But it's hard because there's a big lag. There's a very long lag between what comes up on the phone that I'm filming on and what she's reading. Thank you, Pokeball. Can you please do my makeup? I know, right? I would love to. I'm so excited to do my niece's makeup this weekend for her wedding. I'm excited for her wedding. I'm excited to see all my people that have reached out and shown me so much love, and it's just gonna be a really good weekend. But yeah, um, are you LDS? Yes, we were raised in the church. We were LDS. I'm sorry you don't feel good, Andrea. I hope you feel better soon, love.
Thank
Oh.
you guys.
Yeah, she does. She does look gorgeous, but when you don't feel good, then you don't think you look good. That's why it's important that you feel good when you sit down and do your makeup. Because if you sit down feeling ugly, I'm telling you, it's not coming out well. You'd be much better to just take 3 minutes and just get in a pretty place and then just sit down and organically come together. Your day goes different, I'm telling you. I worked at Utah Shakespeare Fest in Cedar City. Have you been to any of their productions? I have not. I mean, I've I have not. I've known about it for 15 years, but I have not been to one. I should. I think I would. I think it would be interesting.
Mm.
God, more confused individuals. I wonder what they're confused about. Thank you for that. Finger with the rose. You're so right. Something
I
about
want
putting
pictures
your
of you
face on
doing
is
her
a mood
makeup.
changer, right? Yes. I'm happy for you and your family love each other and ignore those
Oh, hi,
who don't support you. Thank
Piper.
you. That's great advice. Just tell yourself, you got this, queen. That is a good mantra right there. You got this, queen. Have you been to a pride? I'm going to my first one this year and I'm so excited. I have not. I have not been to a pride, but I think there is one. I saw a notice of one. I think there's one in October in Las Vegas. So I'm sure we'll go to that one. I don't know what it was, October 17th or something, but no, I'm sure I will go to the one in Vegas and that will be our first one unless we go to one sooner. What's your favorite color, Lissa? You know what I like? I like a lot of purples. Um, I like a lot of orange. I would say orange and purples, and orange seems to really look okay on me.
Oh, thanks for the
So
mic.
thank you for the mic. Thank you
Come
for the
to
hearts. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you. Come to Charlatan. Oh, let's see. That's North Carolina. We went to Raleigh, right? We went to Raleigh for that golf tournament, the Wyndham Championship. Where's that at? That's in Raleigh, right? Come to Yeah, I would love that. We would love that. Kind of an old feel. Yeah, that would be really, really cute. Purple, my fave as well. That's what I'm talking about, MC. I would drive the 4 hours to see them. Um, what drive the 4 hours to see in Charlton? Charlton? I don't know what that means. South Carolina. Did I call it North Carolina? Yeah, see, it's like that. It's like that for me. I'm lucky to get home every day.
Hi,
Okay, Bowl's
Pokeball
back.
Queen.
Thanks for coming back. Love you. You two make me smile. Thank you. You make me
She's
smile. I
in
live in Texas.
Texas.
All right. Texas is good. So my people are from East Texas, like the Longview, Tyler area. And that's good people. And mosquitoes the size of golf balls. Like for real. It probably hurts less to get hit with the golf ball than get bit by one of them mosquitoes. No, no, for real. Like it leaves a mark and everything. I used to have the same exact feelings. This family has changed my mindset. Oh, thank you for saying that. I don't know what it was that was said, but thank you for understanding differently. And it doesn't make me right, but it makes you more aware and more able to help somebody. who want you or who need you to have that different perspective. So thank you for saying that. I live in SoCal. All right, we used to live in SoCal. We lived in the city of Redlands, Redlands, California. I mean, if you have to live in the Inland Empire, I mean, you might as well be in Redlands, I guess. But it is still the Inland Empire. But we put in like 12 years there. I've never been to Rhode Island. I would enjoy that.
Love
I
that.
would. Yeah. We need to travel more. What advice do you have for youth who may be struggling with what is it that they're struggling with? The advice would probably be different. My advice would
I'm from
be
Vegas.
find somebody that you trust and be honest with them.
Oh,
Somebody important to you needs to know where you're at. Somebody that you don't lie to. Somebody uh, that can vouch for your well-being. I would find somebody who's, if you're struggling, find somebody close and be brutally honest with them. Vegas. Yeah, thank you for being here. Redlands, okay, Redlands. My love for you comes from Michigan. All right, thousands of miles away from my sport. Thank you for saying that. What a sweetheart. Does that say Essica? Like, I wish I could see
yes,
it. Jessica Essica.
Jessica
What a
Jones.
beautiful thing to say. Thank you.
Hi from
Were you
Boston.
worried about having kids while strength identity? No, I wasn't because we were so young. I mean, I was, early 20s and, I just barely got married and we didn't know what it was and I didn't know if it would go away. I thought, hey, and I did tell my wife, hey, look, these feelings, this ability I have to understand the girl world. I said maybe it's just a distraction that will go away when we have kids and soccer games and four-wheelers and hunting and maybe we'll just all of that will go away and we still did all of those things, but it didn't change a bit. In fact, it actually grew as access grew, as resources grew. So I did all of those things, um, but my capacity to girl grew at the same time. I don't even know how to explain it. Hey, from Boston, thanks for being here. Were you Texas A&M? All
Wow,
right,
that's
in
amazing.
2020, that was an interesting year to graduate. That's a memorable one, for sure. Best of both worlds. You got to make it the best of both worlds. It's just it's an attitude, you know. Would it have been easier to live in one? It doesn't matter. It wasn't an option for me. So yeah, it's the best of two worlds. Absolutely. Oh, thank you for saying I'm pretty.
Oh,
Sometimes I think I should
everyone.
just settle with a guy to make my mom happy. Your mom wouldn't make your mom happy. Believe me, your mom has never spent one day of her life thinking, how can I make my daughter miserable her whole life? That wouldn't make your mom happy, not for very long when she realized that you weren't happy. When she realizes that you would compromise and that you were never going to have what you want or needed, she would be miserable for the rest of her life. I would never settle. If you want to give your mom a chance to be happy, then figure out what you want and say no to everything that's not that. I think in the long run, that's what your mom wants for you.
I'm a teacher. Thank you for being you and taking
Thank
the
you.
time to do the emotional labor.
Is there anything you need for Alyssa? Anything that you've been eyeballing? Oh man, let
Oh,
me tell you, Alyssa's got eyeballs like chameleons. Like if it's shiny, I'm just like birds and fish. Like if it's shiny, I'm just like, wait, what was that? Was that bedazzled? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like it really doesn't. None of those things make you a woman, but all of those things are important to me, and I don't really know why. Um, I just I do love shoes. I love blouses and skirts. I love there's just not very much in the feminine world and those routines that aren't important to me for one reason or another.
what are some hobbies and interests you've always had versus new ones you embrace as Alyssa?
I haven't had a ton of hobbies. I played a lot of sports growing up. Um, Soccer,
You did
football, wrestling.
foreplay. You did.
We had quads and me and my son had little matching KTM motorcycles and we, went to the sand dunes every year and so we've done just so much of that stuff and that's good. Um, Alyssa likes experience. Like I want to walk in and see a menu and randomly pick something and just live in every moment of that experience. Kevin wants to eat something and go home so we can put on something different to wear to bed, you know? So I think that's really the difference between the two for me is Alyssa is living in the moment and Kevin is getting through that moment to get to the Alyssa moment. And so I speed through some parts of my life and I speed through some relationships because they're not going to be authentic and real anyway. And so I just do what I can to push through there. And then I slow down and I almost stall out as Alyssa because everything is so distracting. The lights and the smells and the texture. And it's this I really am somewhere in the middle. If I was Alyssa all the time, I think I would just be a knucklehead. I would just be sitting around smelling things and and being girly. But Kevin's got to drive because he's getting through and he's pushing through and there's a purpose. And Kevin's purpose and Alyssa's purpose is just very different. And I think either one of them would sink me. I think I have to live somewhere in the middle just to stay balanced. I don't know if I could explain that.
What are things about
Thank you.
presenting
Thank you
as
for saying that.
male that you still enjoy,
Um, I,
and
st- I,
vice
st-
versa?
I still love golf. I've never played golf in a golf skirt, which I want to do. I will not be hitting from the red tees. Okay, I'll be hitting from the further back tees. I don't want a physical advantage by playing golf just because I look good in a skirt. All right, and let me just take this opportunity to say I don't think the transgender girls should be playing with cisgender girls in sports. I don't think it's fair because that's not a gender identity thing. That's a physical ability thing. Athletics is physical ability, and being able to present as a female is has nothing to do with your ability to be stronger and faster or whatever than somebody who experienced a different puberty than you, somebody who never had the same muscle mass and bulk and structure and abilities. And even though I'm on hormones, I'm still very strong. Um, and so I just think that you should compete with people that are have experienced the same puberty as you. That's all. And the young people who get on the hormones in time are going to be great because they're going to get on the field with their peers and their classmates and other people that are structured like them, and they get to get out there and they'll always know it was fair.
Nick, Nick, Beth had a question and it got missed, so if you can
Mc,
ask again.
Macbeth, could you please ask your question again? You ask. It goes fast. I speak long. I can't even read. This is like the blind leading the deaf up here. Who said that?
Look, because I look good in this
Thank
skirt.
you.
Oh, they're so funny.
Thank you.
Weird observation, but you have the perfect nose.
The perfect nose, maybe I'm just not gonna move. It might be the perfect contour job. That's more likely, and that is the beauty of makeup. That's what is why it's so fun. You get to say, "I'm gonna be amazing today. I'm gonna have a smaller nose and deeper eyes or blue eyes or bigger, and
You
my
need to
smile."
speak up.
And it's speak louder. Okay. How does your wife feel about Alyssa? Um, you know, it's probably just like you expect. There are really good days, and there are some days that are hard. And every day she's there for me, no whether it's hard or whether it's not. Some days are easier, but there's a lot of really good days. There's valuable days that if you weren't in this relationship, you would never understand. Just how thorough love can be. Emotionally, all the way to physically. So she's strong. Femininity looks so good on you. Thank you, Erica. That is one of truly the kindest things that is really meaningful. Thank you. You truly have a beautiful soul. Thank
My
you.
cousin is BFF
Ukraine.
with one of your daughters.
Oh my goodness. God help you
Oh,
and all Ukraine.
did you hear that, babe?
Say that again.
My cousin is BFFs with one of your daughters.
Oh, somebody's cousin is BFF with one of my daughters. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And thank you for supporting and loving my daughter. Thank you for protecting her and never, putting her in compromising situations, whoever you are. Thank you for taking care of her.
Thanks for the perfume.
From where or what experience did you? Sorry.
From where or what experience did you find the courage to live in your truth?
That's a good question. The thing that really pushed me over the edge was a high school reunion. My 30 year my 30-year high school reunion was supposed to happen during COVID, and it couldn't because of COVID. But when I was talking to my wife Andrea about it, she asked me, "Well, would you go as Kevin or Alyssa?" And I went, "What?" And then for the first time, it kind of like wait a minute, I, huh? And I went, "Well, obviously I would go as Kevin." And she said, "You know why?" And I said, "Because there's not one person in my past that would recognize me as Alyssa, not one person." And it dawned on me in that moment that there really was almost nobody in my whole life that knew what I valued and knew what was important, that I could have a really authentic, genuine, honest conversation with. And I was overcome, like tearfully overcome with shame, shame in myself that I hadn't gone out there and created those opportunities and those moments with people that I could be real. And I just got to a point where I decided, you can take me as I am or watch me as I go, but I've got to be me and I got to be real and I got to be with people that are okay with that. And so it was this moment, and it was a couple of years ago, and interesting enough, I was voted there at that reunion as one of the top, I don't know, 6 or 7 people who had changed the least, not the most. And I'm up there looking around because I got kind of good skin because my wife's is a master esthetician, and they're like, "Man, you haven't changed at all," and I'm just up there like, "Whoa, I think I may have changed the most." Good question though. Somebody sent a perfume. Thank you for sending a perfume. Perfume is great. In fact, this one right here, this little Versace, is honestly, this is like one of the most delicious smelling things ever. Versace. I'm gonna smell it again. We should probably go pretty quick, but let me just smell this just because it. Oh yeah, yeah. That's like a little party in my nose. This is like a little girl bomb went off in my nose. It really is nice. What do you think, teachers? Missed it. Oh, that anniversary. I love the reunion. Super good. Oh, thank you, Heatmore. Thank you. Just became a top 2 viewer. All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. That's so good. And thank you for the fire. The path you have traveled has gotten you to shouldn't have shame the path that you've traveled. Yeah, yeah, I shouldn't have shame. That's right. And that's a really important part of that story. Um, and that's how I stopped having shame. So thank you for finishing that story for me by saying good or bad, whatever, I'm going for it. I'm all in because I can't if I keep compromising with myself, who will be able to trust me? I've got to be able to be honest with somebody. I've got to have an authentic relationship with somebody. Ralph Lauren Romance smells amazing too. Oh, okay. I will check Ralph Lauren Romance perfume, baby. Where are you today? We're at home. We're at home in the state of Utah. It's amazing, right? I wonder if do you think YouTube ever started working today? I don't even know. Okay. Hmm. Anybody else? Thank you for the hearts. Hi, Alyssa. I love watching. Ashley, thank you for being here, Ashley. Did I see that Savvy Bear is here? Maddie, hey, from Australia. Yay. Australia. Do you like Gucci Guilty? Also, Mark Jacobs, Daisy. Oh, you know what? I love, babe. What is the Gucci? Is it called
Blossom.
Blossom? Do Blossom. Gucci's Blossom. Oh my goodness. That's that's worth, yeah, something. That's good. Is there a supportive trans community in Utah? Yes, there are support groups up in Salt Lake City. I know that there is a group up there, and they're probably amazing. I don't. I'm pretty far from there, but yes, there are. And quite honestly, even though the church is so strong against the transgender community, the reality is the community that I'm in has just been so open arms and so welcoming and so kind. And I'm really, really happy to see that. It's felt much more gentle and loving than I had anticipated. So look at that. Oh, you're the most beautiful woman, and that is the sweetest thing. Do you look up to Caitlyn Jenner? I do, because she risked everything, and she had so little to gain except for truth. All she had was the authenticity to gain. You know, she was the greatest athlete in the world. She had fame. Everyone knew her. She had money, and it wasn't enough. It doesn't matter. All the trinkets are just trinkets if nobody knows who you are. And that's kind of where I got to at 50 as well. It's just trinkets. They're just awards. They're just business cards. You know, they're just trips. And no one knows who I am. Keep the trophies and know me. And that I just it boiled over at some point. And if Caitlyn Jenner hadn't got there, it would have been much harder for the rest of us to say, hey, look, you know, Caitlyn Jenner, I feel a lot like that. And, you know, I got to meet Caitlyn for a second at a book signing in downtown LA at the Ace Hotel. And she was so gracious and so kind. And, you know, it was like 30 seconds. But I do appreciate who she is. I don't know her outside of that. I read her book. I would probably see it on a shelf behind me if I moved. Um, but I got a lot out of the book. I related with so much out of the book. Um, but I do have a lot of respect for her, not knowing her at all. Caitlyn helped the cause, and to be honest, in about 10 years, this won't even be a conversation. I agree. I agree totally with that, because the younger people get it. The younger people get it. That's the bottom line. You know, they don't understand why the trans community is asking for everything right now, because historically everybody at a disadvantage had to fight tooth and nail to get it, right? The blacks had to go get it. There wasn't a bunch of white people standing up saying, "No, you're not sitting there. No, you're coming with me. No, you're entitled." That didn't happen. They had to go get it. And the women's movement, the exact same thing, and the gays, the exact same thing. And now the trans are still, we still have these old people with these old ideas that are so unwilling to be flexible and learn and grow. And it's just so destructive for a group of people right now. But and everybody below is going, hey, we got you. You're okay. You can dress to your strengths and still come work for me and be brilliant and help us grow and develop. You know, and the older people are going, you're just a bunch of sissies. You saw the comments on here earlier. You know, you're just a bunch of sissies. These generations are doomed. This is why you're going to fail. No, we're in this situation because you guys were sissies, because you didn't stand up for everybody else. And now you got this community fighting for their lives. And that's why they're afraid, because they don't think that anyone's going to reach out to help them because you gave up on everyone else. Well, guess what? There's fewer trans than there is black. There's fewer gay trans than there is, you know, women. And so it's not a very strong group to have to fight for themselves. They need support. They need somebody to say, you're okay. Dress to your strengths and be amazing. And, you know, that's where we are as the trans people. So I forgot where I was going with that. But the bottom line is, the older people think we're sissies, the younger ones are sissies, and the younger ones are going, no, you're sissies, because we're standing up for the people. We're standing up for the people that need it now. And we wouldn't be here if you were better with other disadvantaged groups in the past. So it's a tough spot to be. But 10 years from now, all those knuckleheads will be out of power. The laws will be different. It's going to be a whole different level of community, and I know that. I feel that already. But we got a 10-year block of people that we got to stop trying to kill themselves at 40+%. Those are the ones that I need to help right now. The younger ones don't need it. You're already there for them. I like surrounding myself with happy people. Makes my life way easier. Thank you. Oh, what a nice thing. Asher Dasher, thank you for those. Thank you. Does that say Betty Yeti? I wish I could see this. You're so amazing. Thank you. Oh, somebody just became a top 3 viewer. Asher Dasher. Asher Dasher sent a rose. Thanks so much. I feel zero need to ask questions. You're my fellow human being. That's all I need to know. Wow, isn't that so profound? Isn't that amazing? Thank you. Thank you. And that's somebody that would protect me no matter where I was, in whatever circumstance. Just getting bullied. If I was in boy clothes, that person would help me if I needed it. That's what that human looks like. It's not about clothes, or it's about need. And once you understand it's about need, the clothes will never matter again. Once you understand it's about the suffering and also the kindness, who you love is not that important. Just how you love.
Here's a question.
These are good people. Jason,
From
thank you.
usually Jules said, "Do you still identify as Kevin because many know you as him, or because Kevin still fits who you are?"
Kevin, that's a great question. I still go by Kevin sometimes. Kevin still fits who I am. I mean, I've had 50 years of Kevin. I've had 3 months of Alyssa, and so swapping over 100%, that wouldn't be organic. That wouldn't be wise. I don't know this world good enough. You've been living your whole life. You've earned it, and I haven't earned it yet. I'm still figuring it out, and it's so challenging, but it's so beautiful. But Kevin is still very valuable to me, and I can't go from 50 years to 3 months all at once. I know I'm 50. That's crazy, right? It's the hair, it's straight hair. I usually look 52, but when I straighten my hair like this, and I got this amazing product, Oloplex, and now look how young I look. Oloplex actually makes me look younger. It's in the heartbeat. Thank you, Darlene, Piper, Asher Dasher. Sammy Young just joined. Sammy, welcome. You seem so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I'm not as hungry yet, but when I'm not hungry, I'm not bad. You're such a beautiful person inside now. Thank you, Asher Dasher. That's so amazing. You have earned it. You have every right to walk in like you own it, sister. I like that. That's powerful. I love that. That's good advice. Just so true. And if you don't question yourself, you find out that most people won't question you either. That's such a good point. Darlene, thank you for that. Thank you so much. I'm going to decorate my cup. Yeah. That top looks amazing. Thank you. This is a dress. Let me show you one more time. I'm going to get off in just a minute. We'll be done in just a minute. Let me just show you this dress one more time because it's got the long flowy hair. I want you to see the long straight hair that we did this time. Thank you for those hearts. Thank you. If that helped. Let me see. Here we go. Do you drink diet soda and creamer drink? Heard that's famous in Utah. No, right now I'm just drinking some alkaline water. However, if I was drinking a diet, it would look a lot like this. Okay, let me just show you this dress and then we'll shut her down. Thank you, love. All right. Oh, look, the projector's kind of hard. Do you see this? Got kind of a cute thing up here. Mm. Yeah, so this is great. It's funny because until recently, I would not wear pants. It was only skirts or dresses. That's all I wanted. That's all I felt good in. I just I just wanted to wear dresses and skirts. That's really all I wanted to wear. And it's only lately that I've been going and finding like super cute pants and wearing with the wedges and the whole thing. So now I'm suddenly getting into pants for the first time. Oh, thank you for that crown. Thank you. Um, but yeah, tip my most of my stuff. I'd say that 75% of my clothes are dresses. Thank you for being here, Jessica. Elliot's Will live. Oh, thank you, Lex. That's so sweet. The light from the projector makes you look so beautiful. Oh, I'm gonna stand up. Hey, babe, would you just shine the projector light on me? They said it looks. That's so good. The whole live is a vibe. Love it here. Oh, that is so nice. Astrid, thank you. Guys, thank you. I just want to send a lot of love to the moderators. They come in here, they take time away from their people to help our people so you can help your people. And they filter out so much garbage and so much negativity so that you can come in here after a hard day, after giving it your best when you're frustrated and you need to unwind and you just want to be in a good place. And they keep it a good place for you and they keep our vibe high. So I just want to thank the moderators for that work and for being here with us. Sometimes they can't get on. Thank you, Mama Bear. Sometimes they can't get on and there's a lot of hate. And if some of you would like to be moderators, just message us and let us know that because we would like to have a handful of people that, if are available, don't mind jumping on and just trying to keep the pool clean. so that it's clean for everybody. So thank you so much.
Um,
That was nice,
Thanks
Lexi.
to
Thank
everyone.
you.
Blended Stewart style is
Uh-huh.
at 1,000.
Blended Stewart hit 1,000, you guys. Yay, you did it.
Mm,
Thank you for the
Thank
crown.
you,
Thank
Master
you.
Caster.
Guys, we did it. We helped them get 1,000. Now they can do their part to help other people. And it's because of you that they're able to help other people. This is such a good neighborhood. You're amazing. Please, at Piper, if you'll mind, just let us know because we need you here. And your people need you here. So thank you guys. I appreciate you being here. I think
We'll
maybe,
do a live with the blended Stewart style soon.
yeah, we'll do
So
a
come
live.
back and we'll let you guys meet them if you haven't met them already.
Yeah, so we will do a live. We're gonna do a live with the Blended Stewart now that they've got now that they have 1,000 followers. We'll do that with them, and it's gonna be
Thank you,
amazing,
Piper.
guys. Thank you for the gifts. I'm still dying to learn your skin routine, Lexi. Um, you know what, baby, you really do probably need to just maybe next time just show them some of the products again, all
Okay.
the image products. I use a lot of image products. I use large products, image products in the shower, for face, and moisturizers as well. Even this lip gloss, which is pretty much the most amazing lip gloss out there. It's got collagen in it, like it really.
Let us know how the wedding
I
makeup
mean that's
goes.
amazing. It's like my lips are cross country skiing off of each other. It feels amazing. It's great. So yeah, but we do need to do a skin product line, something. All right, thank you for creating this safe space. No, thank you for being here, guys. I love it so much. Elliot's wife, thank you so much. You're so incredible. I appreciate all of you guys. Monday,
Did you get a new wedding ring?
I hope. I know I've got actually a few different rings and different medals based on what I'm wearing. Accessories have been so fun. It's been so fun to get bracelets and anklets and things. Andrea said tonight she wants to go get her ear pierced sometime, and so I may get a second piercing. Which thank you for those. Did you see those shoes,
Mm-hmm.
sweetie?
Cute.
What size were those? Um, anyway, so it may, get my ears pierced or something else. But anyway, so jewelry and that kind of stuff is just so fun because it's so expressive. I feel like Kevin walked around his whole life in this Harry Potter cloak that nobody ever would see him or know him or knew even what was valuable to him. And all of a sudden, Alyssa has this opportunity to show everybody what's valuable to her. And those people that are interested in that will come, and those who aren't won't. And it's going to be such a good fit. And that's kind of where I'm at. Guys, I hope you have an amazing couple of days. Thank you for being here. Thank you for providing this vibe for this community and everyone who needed it today. And I was one of those people that needed it. So thank you for being here. I just so much appreciate you. Monday, we'll see you again at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I hope to see you for Friday or Saturday at the wedding when I'm doing my niece's makeup. I'm so excited to do that and so excited for her. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. It just keeps going down, huh? Well, the